Sharks. Of all the predators in the sea, they're the ones that everybody fears the most. And it's no wonder sharks are the sea's top predators, and when humans enter the water, they become a part of the food chain. Gulf Shores, Alabama is a vibrant coastal destination along the northern Gulf of Mexico. Stretching for more than 32 miles, its beaches are known for its sugar-white sands, excellent fishing, and abundant marine life, including many species of sharks that call these waters home. These include the lemon shark, which gets its name from its bright yellow skin, as well as the spinner shark, which gets its name for spinning out of the water to catch its prey. And even the occasional great white have been known to swim through these waters during their annual migrations. But these waters are also home to former high school football coach Chuck Anderson. Chuck is training for an upcoming triathlon, and today he's joined by his friends Karen Forfar and Richard Watley.
Me and my training partners decided we were going to do a 1.5 mile swim. Karen was a 4-time Hawaiian Ironman winner and a 5-time world champion. She was 64 years old.
As the trio begins to hit the water, they have no idea that a 7-foot bull shark is prowling the area. There's nothing docile or dainty about bull sharks. They are heavily built and aggressive predators with one of the strongest bite forces in the animal kingdom. When hunting, they use a technique called bump and bite. They use this technique by stunning their prey with their massive snouts, and when it's stunned, they go in for the kill. Bull sharks have been known to have the highest level of testosterone of any other animal in the world, making them extremely aggressive. Bulls are credited with having the highest rates of bites on humans. These sharks aren't really that big, usually growing under 10 feet, but for their body size, they have a bite force that could generate around 1,300 pounds per square inch. These sharks inhabit warm, shallow waters all over the world, and these are the same waters that we inhabit. Watley decides to swim off into deeper water where there's less of an undertow, while Karen and Chuck decide to stick closer to shore.
I had a Timex Ironman on my right hand, and it was 6:38 a.m., and I put my face back down in the water. It was just stunning, like a bulldozer running into you. I immediately started treading water, and I'd like to tell you I was brave, but to be honest, I started screaming like a little girl. I was screaming, no, get away, get away. I started hollering for Karen to get to the beach. And she just instantly started swimming towards the beach. I started looking over the surface of the water to try to see if I could see anything, and I couldn't. And I put my face back down in the water, and as soon as my face went in the water, I saw it coming right on top of me. I realized quite quickly that I needed to throw my hands out to push off of him.
Chuck's move, though, ends up being disastrous. The shark removes all 4 fingers from his right hand within a split second. But this is only round 1.
Looking at my hand, I knew that I was not going to be able to swim towards the beach. I realized quite quickly, I'm all alone in this. There's nobody going to be there to help me.
Fighting a 300-pound shark in its own element is just a lost cause.
I kept looking on the surface of the water. It just looked like a gray torpedo coming directly at me. It hit me right in the stomach. I put my hands kind of on the top of his head, and he swam off to my right. I felt, I got away. As I'm treading water, I turned around and I saw the fin coming directly at me.
The shark is now returning for its 4th time in a row.
And I instinctively tried to push off of him, and then all of a sudden, boom, he was latched onto my right arm, heading straight down to the bottom.
Now without any air, Chuck's chances of survival are becoming slimmer by the second.
I'd just run a half marathon. I'd just done a half Ironman, but I certainly did not think that I could hold my breath for a long period of time.
As Chuck fights to hold his breath, waste gases in his bloodstream are starting to build up. That is about to set off a reflex reaction that will force Chuck to breathe out, no matter how hard he tries to keep in his last gulp of air.
The next thing I remembered was my feet dragging on sand, but I didn't realize until he kind of rolled over the top of me that we were on the first sandbar right off the beach. The shark was lying down the right side of my body. I tried to jerk my arm back. I felt the teeth just strip down my arm, and I noticed blood all around me, and I fell backwards.
As Chuck scrambles back to shore, the shark makes its way back into the deep.
My friend Karen came running up to me. She was crying, and she said, "Oh my gosh, you don't have an arm."
Chuck is rushed to the nearest hospital and almost dies from blood loss. But with the support of his family, he's able to pull through. But what is left of his right arm is amputated below the elbow. But Chuck doesn't let his injury stop him from living life. Right out of the hospital, he begins to train again. And then just 10 months after the attack, he competes in an able-bodied triathlon and wins.
I kept wondering, what gave me the strength to do this, to continue to fight? And there was no question, it was my family that was important to me enough to fight and survive.